On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
Urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Advocate.
A person who supports or suggests an idea, development, or way of doing something.
Examples:
An advocate of disarmament. Public education advocates. Advocates of abolishing the death penalty often argue that the alternative heaviest sentence should be life in prison.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
Suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Sprawl.
To sit, lie, or fall with one's arms and legs spread out.
Examples:
Sprawl out luxuriously on the sofa. Sprawl for acres. The lush vegetation sprawls across the wonderfully landscaped gardens.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Reorganize.
To change to a more sufficient or suitable form of organization.
Examples:
Reorganize a department. Reorganize his debts. The new CEO was appointed to reorganize their business.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Requirement.
Something that is needed or wanted.
Examples:
Meet requirement. School requirement. What is the entry requirement for this course?
Automobile.
A road vehicle that has four wheels and is powered by an engine, used for transporting people or goods.
Examples:
Driverless automobile. Automobile insurance. The automobile industry is a major contributor to air pollution in cities.
Instrument.
An object used to make musical sounds, such as a piano, guitar, or drum, a tool or device used for a specific activity, particularly in specialist or scientific work.
Examples:
Musical instruments. Surgical instruments. This electronic instrument is required to undergo periodic inspections to ensure precision.
Belch.
To expel air from the stomach through the mouth with a noisy or offensive sound, typically as a result of swallowing air or because of indigestion.
Examples:
Belch chemical waste into the atmosphere. Belch loudly. The bubbling mud in the hot spring occasionally belch up a foul odor.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Prosthetic.
Of or relating to an artificial part of the body, such as a limb, a heart, or a breast implant.
Examples:
Have prosthetic arms. Prosthetic limbs. New prosthetic joints are less prone to metal poisoning.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples.
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples.
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Epidemiology.
The study of the distribution and determinants of health-related states or events, including diseases, in specified populations, and the application of this study to the control of health problems.
Examples.
Epidemiology research. Cancer epidemiology. The epidemiology of influenza has been well studied over the years, leading to the development of effective vaccines and treatment strategies.
Environmentalist.
A person who is concerned with and advocates for the protection of the natural environment.
Examples.
Dedicated environmentalist. An environmentalist political party. The environmentalist lobby changed the mindset of many conservative politicians.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples.
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples.
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples.
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples.
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples.
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Qualify.
To reach the standard or fulfill the requirement of ability or knowledge needed to do a particular job or receive a particular benefit or privilege.
Examples.
Qualify as a candidate. Qualify for membership. The top 3 teams in this tournament qualify for the Olympics.
Commute.
To regularly travel a particular journey, especially between one's home and place of work. Noun, a regular journey of some distance to and from your place of work.
Examples:
Commute to work. Daily commute. He had to commute 2 hours each way to get to work.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Bubble.
A thin, round, and often transparent mass of gas that is surrounded by a thin layer of liquid, a state of economic or social prosperity that is unsustainable and eventually collapses.
Examples:
Bubble in the champagne glass. Economic bubble. Many people worry that the current real estate market is a bubble that could burst soon.
Decimate.
To destroy a significant portion of something or reduce by 10%, to cause extensive destruction or severe damage, to drastically reduce in size or number.
Examples:
Decimate population. Decimate economy. The hurricane decimated the small town, leaving behind destruction and devastation.
Vacant.
Not occupied or in use, empty, showing no indication of thought or life, lacking expression or animation.
Examples:
Vacant land. Vacant position. The real estate agent showed me a vacant apartment perfect for my needs.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Mortgage.
A loan secured by the collateral of a specific property, such as a house, that is repaid over a set period of time with interest. The legal agreement governing this loan.
Examples:
Mortgage payment. Fixed rate mortgage. They were able to purchase their dream home with a mortgage from the bank.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
Priority call. Priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Distinguish.
To notice or understand the difference between two people or things.
Examples:
Distinguish these two things. Distinguish man from the other animals. This study distinguished 4 different ways to run a business.
Undifferentiated.
Having few or no clear distinctive characters, of cells, not having specialized or mature structures or functions.
Examples:
Undifferentiated cells. Undifferentiated market. The infant makes undifferentiated reflex responses to stimuli.
Spare.
Additional to what is necessary for ordinary use, verb, to give time, money, space, etc. to someone.
Examples:
Spare parts. Spare cost. I made plans to spend my spare time beneficially.
Tire.
To become weary or fatigued, often due to physical or mental exertion. To cause someone to feel weary or fatigued. Noun, a rubber covering that is placed around the rim of a wheel, which provides traction and absorbs shock while driving.
Examples:
Tire my patience. Tire pressure. I need to tire out my dog with a long walk so that he will sleep through the night.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Ream.
A unit of measurement for the quantity of paper, usually equal to 500 sheets, a large quantity of something.
Examples:
Ream weight. Ream of ideas. I need to buy a ream of printer paper for the office.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples:
a parallel case, parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system, the amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
traffic jam, heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Skinny.
Having a very thin or slim body, referring to clothing that is tightly fitting and reveals the shape of the body, referring to information or details that are kept secret or confidential.
Examples:
skinny jeans, skinny finger. His mom was always concerned about his skinny frame and encouraged him to eat more.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
invest in stocks, invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Highway.
A main road, especially one connecting major towns or cities.
Examples:
highway system, an interstate highway. I'm going to take the highway to get to my destination faster.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
a cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Clover.
A small plant with trifoliate leaves and small, typically white or pink flowers, often used as a fodder crop or for soil improvement due to its ability to fix nitrogen in the soil.
Examples:
clover leaf, four-leaf clover. The rabbits happily grazed on the clover-filled field.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
rebuild a company, rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Peak.
The point to which something or someone is at its strongest, best, or most successful, the pointed top of a mountain.
Examples:
at peak hour. The peak current in the circuit. This measurement aims to reduce traffic at peak periods.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples.
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples.
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Reputed.
Widely believed to be a certain way or to have a certain quality, without necessarily being proven or confirmed, having a certain reputation or status based on hearsay or common belief.
Examples.
Reputed company. Reputed author. He was a reputed expert in his field, known for his groundbreaking research.
Rack.
A framework or support structure used to hold or display objects, a set of interconnected shelves or compartments used for storage, a source of torture, distress, or mental anguish.
Examples.
Clothing rack. Spice rack. I need to buy a new coat rack to organize my winter jackets.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples.
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples.
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something. Noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples.
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Exaggeration.
An overstatement of facts or description, the act of making something seem larger, more important, or more significant than it is.
Examples.
Sensational exaggeration. Minimal exaggeration. His story was filled with obvious exaggerations.
Slight.
Very small in degree or amount.
Examples.
Feel a slight concern. Slight increase. We made slight modifications to reflect the views of both sides.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples.
Fundamental education. fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Recreation.
The activity that renews your health and spirits by enjoyment and relaxation, the act or process of making something that existed in the past exists or seems to exist again in a different time or place.
Examples:
Outdoor recreation. Recreation of the homeland. Basketball is their usual recreation after school.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Calculus.
A branch of mathematics that deals with rates of change and limits, the accumulation of hard mineral deposits that can form in organs or ducts in the body, such as kidney stones or gallstones.
Examples:
Calculus equations. Calculus disease. I needed help understanding the advanced calculus course material.
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Census.
An official count or survey of a population, typically recording various details such as age, sex, occupation, and education levels.
Examples:
Census data. Population census. The government conducted a census of the population to gather data on demographics.
Millennial.
Relating to a period of 1,000 years or the year 2000. Noun, a person born between the early 1980s and the late 1990s, also called Generation Y.
Examples:
Millennial record. The millennial reign. Earth's ecosystems are greatly affected by millennial scale changes in climate.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Resident.
A person who lives in a particular place or has their home in a place.
Examples:
A resident of the city. Resident tax. Visa renewal for resident foreigners in this country is once every 5 years.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Attract.
To draw or entice someone or something towards them through the qualities they have, especially positive ones.
Examples:
Attract attention. Attract customers. The government is eager to attract international investment.
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
Live in a cluster. A cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Aerospace.
Pertaining to the design, engineering, science, and technology related to the Earth's atmosphere and the exploration or use of space beyond it.
Examples:
Aerospace engineering. Aerospace and defense industry. NASA is an aerospace organization that explores space and improves aviation technology.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Entrepreneurship.
The process or skill of starting and running a business, particularly a new and innovative one.
Examples:
Entrepreneurship culture. Embody entrepreneurship. The government is investing in programs to support entrepreneurship and small business development.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Obese.
Excessively overweight, particularly to the point of being a serious health risk, having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or more.
Examples:
Obese individuals. Obese children. The doctor warned him that his obese condition put him at risk for numerous health problems.
Overweight.
Weighing more than is considered normal, desirable, or healthy for a particular height and build.
Examples:
dangerously overweight, an overweight patient. The doctor advised him to lose weight and maintain a healthy diet to avoid becoming overweight.
Enlist.
To sign up to serve in the military or a particular organization.
Examples:
enlist in a cause, enlist for a soldier. He decided to enlist in the military after graduating from high school.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
a military operation, a military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
accord with public opinion, by national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
juvenile diabetes, diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
predict the future, predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
healthcare agency, rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
financial crisis, crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly, a legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples:
Eat a vegetarian diet. Diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Inactive.
Not doing any or much physical activity, lying idle or unused.
Examples:
Become inactive. An inactive volcano. The chronic back pain forced him to live an inactive life.
Gluttony.
The habitual and excessive consumption of food or drink, often to the point of waste or harm, the tendency to overindulge or be excessively greedy or selfish.
Examples:
The sin of gluttony. Gluttony feast. His gluttony for sweets and fatty foods led to his obesity and health problems.
Sloth.
Laziness or lack of energy or motivation to do something. A slow-moving, arboreal mammal found in Central and South America.
Examples:
Lazy sloth. Overcome sloth. The sloth's slow movements are a product of their physiology.
Correlation.
A statistical relationship between two variables in which one variable is affected by the other. A reciprocal relation between two or more facts, numbers, etc.
Examples:
Ecological correlation. Correlation coefficient. There is a strong correlation between education level and income.
Latter.
Situated nearer to the end of something than the beginning, recent.
Examples:
The latter part of the 20th century. The latter half of life. We plan to schedule the feature update for the latter 10 days of September.
Aptly.
In a way that is appropriate or fitting, in a way that demonstrates understanding or intelligence.
Examples:
Aptly named. Aptly timed. She aptly described the complex scientific concept in simple terms everyone could understand.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Electron.
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons. Beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Underwear.
Clothes worn next to the skin under outer clothes.
Examples:
Underwear clothing. Men's underwear. I want to buy new winter underwear because mine have holes in them.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
steady increase, take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Pump.
To cause water, air, gas, etc. to move from one place to another by using mechanical equipment, to get or supply something such as money, information, etc. in significant quantities.
Examples:
pump a secret out of success, pump blood throughout the body. He was alert and could not pump any critical information out of him.
Calorie.
Unit of heat defined as the quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius at atmospheric pressure, used by nutritionists to measure how much energy food will produce.
Examples:
calorie calculation, reduce my calorie intake. It would be best if you burned off calories through vigorous exercise.
Metabolism.
The set of chemical reactions in cells or organisms that are necessary for life sustaining.
Examples:
metabolism enzyme, hemoglobin metabolism. Better sleep leads to increased metabolism.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
death from shock, shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
stem from a belief, the stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Induce.
To persuade someone to do something, to cause to act in a specific manner.
Examples:
induce a crisis, induce him to see a doctor. The lack of sleep induces both physical and psychological diseases.
Obesity.
The condition of being significantly overweight, typically defined as having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or greater.
Examples:
obesity-related diseases, suffer from obesity. The prevalence of obesity has increased significantly in recent years.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
mention name, mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Asthma.
A chronic respiratory disease characterized by wheezing, coughing, and difficulty breathing.
Examples:
asthma attack, asthma symptoms. He always had to carry an inhaler due to his severe asthma.
Epidemic.
The widespread outbreak of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time.
Examples:
A worldwide epidemic. Health epidemic. The disease is now reaching epidemic proportions in our country.
Exhaust.
The system in a vehicle that removes waste gases from the engine, verb, to make someone completely tired.
Examples:
Exhaust pipe. Exhaust a topic. The factory's exhaust fumes polluted the air and affected the health of the nearby residents.
Pollution.
The introduction of harmful substances or waste into the natural environment that causes adverse change.
Examples:
Environmental pollution. High levels of air pollution. The pollution is endangering the local plants and animals.
Prediction.
The act of predicting the future by reasoning, a statement made about the future.
Examples:
Make my predictions. Gloomy predictions. These results muddied the prediction.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Smashing.
Very successful or impressive, causing something to be broken or destroyed.
Examples:
A smashing blow. Give smashing results. The band's new album was a smashing success, reaching the top of the charts.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
Historic accomplishment. Achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Pestilential.
Relating to or causing infectious diseases or plagues, having the characteristics or qualities associated with a destructive or harmful influence.
Examples:
pestilential mosquito, pestilential disease. The pestilential smell coming from the garbage bin was unbearable.
Liberty.
The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
Examples:
personal liberty, liberty as a right. The founding fathers fought for the liberty of the American people.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
moral hazard, moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Pile.
A collection of objects positioned one on top of another, a large sum of something, such as money.
Examples:
a sand pile, the height of a pile. After the party, they had to clean up piles of dirty dishes.
Corrupt.
Characterized by dishonest behavior or actions, often involving bribery, fraud, or the abuse of power for personal gain, morally or ethically flawed or polluted. Verb: to make someone or something morally depraved or causing it to become dishonest.
Examples:
corrupt good manners, corrupt discipline. The corrupt politician was finally exposed and faced criminal charges.
Apparently.
Based on what you have heard or read.
Examples:
apparently simple, apparently unrelated. The police apparently believed this explanation was plausible.
Humor.
The quality of being amusing or funny, the liquid parts of the body.
Examples:
sardonic humor, vitreous humor. My wife seems to be in ill humor.
Communion.
The act or condition of exchanging or sharing thoughts and feelings. Christianity, the act of participating in the celebration of the Eucharist.
Examples:
communion with God, spiritual communion with nature. We use this tableware in a communion service.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
carbon dioxide, carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Emit.
To give off or send out something such as light, heat, sound, gas, etc.
Examples:
emit a gamma ray, emit air pollution. During the unloading, the container box emits a clicking sound.
Satellite.
An electronic device that is sent up into space and moves around the Earth or another planet, used for gathering information or communicating by radio, television, etc.
Examples:
A GPS satellite. A meteorological satellite. Launching an artificial satellite contributed to the technological development of our country.
Peaceful.
Not involving violence, conflict, or war.
Examples:
Peaceful country. Peaceful coexistence. Plutonium has limited peaceful applications.
Countryside.
Rural areas or regions outside of cities and urban centers, often characterized by open fields, farmland, forests, and countryside scenery.
Examples:
Countryside scenery. Countryside lifestyle. The small village in the countryside was perfect for a quiet getaway.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Destructive.
Causing or able to cause tremendous and irreparable damage.
Examples:
Lead to destructive behavior. A habit destructive to health. It was the most destructive storm in decades.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Gasoline.
A volatile flammable liquid obtained from petroleum, used mainly as a fuel in car engines, etc.
Examples:
Lead-free gasoline. Small gasoline engine. Luxury cars often require high-octane gasoline as fuel.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Topic.
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples.
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Gadget.
A small tool or device that is useful for a particular job.
Examples.
A handy gadget. Time-saving gadget. I found the kitchen gadget that will serve as a bottle opener in the store.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples.
Dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples.
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples.
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples.
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Photovoltaics.
A branch of technology that involves the conversion of sunlight into electricity using solar cells or other photoelectric devices. The generation of electricity directly from sunlight, typically using solar panels.
Examples.
Photovoltaics recycling initiatives. Photovoltaic system. The development of thin-film photovoltaics has allowed for a wider range of applications in building design.
Dual.
Having two parts, aspects, or elements.
Examples.
Dual purpose. Dual nationality. This laptop has a dual-core processor, making it fast and efficient.
Flush.
To become red on your face, especially because you are embarrassed, angry, or hot. To rinse, clean, or empty something, especially a toilet, by causing large quantities of water to flow.
Examples.
The blood flush into my face. Flush the toilet. The girl flushed when a young man whistled as she walked by.
Toilet.
A bowl-shaped plumbing fixture with a seat for defecation and urination, or a room or building containing one or more of this fixture.
Examples:
Toilet paper, toilet seat. She walked to the toilet to freshen up before the meeting.
Bamboo.
A fast-growing plant that has long, hollow stems and is widely used as a building material, food source, and decorative element, especially in Asian cultures.
Examples:
Bamboo crafts, bamboo flooring. The stalks of bamboo can grow up to a foot per day in optimal conditions.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Stove.
A kitchen appliance consisting of a flat top, usually with heating elements, used for cooking food.
Examples:
Stovetop. Hot stove. I made dinner on the stove using a pot and a pan.
Supposedly.
According to what is generally assumed or believed without actually knowing for sure.
Examples:
Supposedly identical. Necklace supposedly made of pure gold. He is supposedly nominated for a Nobel Prize.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Atmosphere.
The mass of air that surrounds the earth, the pervading tone or mood of a place, situation, or creative work.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. A convivial atmosphere. The spaceship began to burn up as it approached the Earth's atmosphere.
Decompose.
To break down or cause to break down over time into simpler substances or elements.
Examples:
Decompose matter. Decompose into simpler molecules. After the earthquake, many of the buildings in the city were left in ruins and began to decompose.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
Innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Brochure.
A small book or pamphlet advertising a product, service, or place of interest.
Examples:
Company brochure. Informative brochure. The travel agency provided us with a brochure outlining the city's attractions.
Fraction.
A small part or item forming a piece of a whole, the quotient of two rational numbers.
Examples:
A fractional share of the vote. A numerator in a fraction. He spent only a fraction of his earnings.
Metro.
A mass transit system in an urban area, such as a subway or light rail system, short for metropolitan, a large city, either a capital or a major urban area, often characterized by densely populated areas with significant economic, cultural, and political importance.
Examples:
Metro station. Metro area. I prefer taking the metro to drive in heavy traffic.
Bulb.
A rounded underground storage organ of some plants from which the plant grows, the rounded part of a cylindrical structure, electric lamp consisting of a glass ball.
Examples:
Wet bulb thermometer. A lily bulb. The light bulb has burned out.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Forbid.
To order somebody not to do something, especially officially, to keep something from happening or arising.
Examples:
Forbid smoking in public areas. Forbid the use of chemical weapons. God forbid you should regret your marriage.
Rank.
A position in a hierarchy of status or authority. Verb, to take or have a position relative to others.
Examples:
Rank amateur. High rank. He was promoted to the rank of captain in the military.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Criteria.
Plural of criterion, standards or conditions by which something may be judged or decided.
Examples:
Criteria for action. Consistency criteria. He didn't meet all the criteria, but he was hired anyway.
Economics.
The branch of social science that deals with the production, consumption, and transfer of goods and services.
Examples:
Welfare economics. Economics professor. His class will cover an introduction to agricultural economics.
Suspect.
To consider anything to be true or probable.
Examples:
Suspect a plot. Suspect that he is sick. The cops suspected him of being the killer.
Belt.
To sing loudly and forcefully, to hit someone or something hard. Noun, a strip of leather or other material worn to tie or buckle something around the body.
Examples:
Belt him in the face. Leather belt. The band was belting out old songs in response to audience requests.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Alignment.
An arrangement in which two or more elements are placed in a straight line or parallel to each other.
Examples:
Alignment in an organization. Be in alignment. In the last century, Britain formed a strong alignment with Egypt.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Solace.
Comfort or consolation in a time of distress, sadness, or disappointment. Verb, to comfort or console someone in a time of distress, loss, or suffering.
Examples:
Solace in music. Offer solace. The grieving widow found solace in reading her late husband's letters.
Exhausted.
Extremely tired.
Examples:
The exhausted food sources. Exhausted parents. The exhausted runner fell to the ground and gasped.